This is Akwamaka TV.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Say Your Truth, and I'm your host, your baby girl, Precious. And with me today is none other than our delectable
Alethea James,
aka
Ashiwaju Ndibo.
Ashiwaju Ndibo. Guys, really nice to have you. It's been a long time, yeah? It's been a while. What happened? We have not been seeing you in the studio. You cannot just say Precious, Alpha. Let me carry on this studio thing. It's waiting happen.
It's just been work, and all that. But I thank God we are here now.
I'm very happy to have you here. How's your week now?
My week has been very fine with stress from colleagues at work and many other things.
Yes, there's something that I've been hearing, this whole rainbow boy thing. How did it start? What did it happen? For this same studio every day.
I
thought your name was only Asiwaju.
I have I could remember it was a few weeks ago that I came to work with one of my well cherished outfits.
Okay.
That shirt has many colors.
Coat of many colors.
So I think that's where one of my colleagues, Ogonna, coined the name from Rainbow Boy.
Rainbow boy. Funny enough, it makes sense, but like some people can see it and think it's LGBTQ. His own Rainbow boy is not LGBTQ. It's because he wore a colorful shirt. Okay, so there's something that I really want to talk about. Okay, and that's why we are here to talk about it actually. So I wanted to remind us, remember when they were teaching us government, they were telling us like the classes of people, how they divide it, like the bourgeoisies are the ones that are really rich, and the peasants are the middle class.
Yeah.
So the peasants are like people that are, I'm not going to say we, God forbid, we are not peasants, we are the
They're living fine.
Yes,
they're just living fine.
Yes, they are the middle class, people that can
feed and eat straight times in a day.
3 times a day, and then they are the bourgeoisies that they can get whatever they want, whatever at any point that they need. So, what I'm talking about is that over the years, especially in the entertainment industry, I've come to realize that, okay, actually, I'm being biased here, kind of, I think, because if I'm to say based on statistics, what I know, majority of people in the entertainment industry, or the ones that I know, the reason I am saying this, when they want to do their weddings, at the end of the day, we don't really used to hear about it. Should get. And at the end of the day, you now see, like, okay, let's take for instance now Mr. Easy and his wife Temi. We never knew Temi or Chedola. We knew they were engaged.
Yeah.
Yes. Then we didn't know when they were going to get married. They just told us of their engagement. And now only for Mr. Easy to produce a song, and then we now find out that Temi is no more calling him
Called my
husband, meaning that they are married. She'll get. So I'm like, we didn't even hear about it, and he's Otedola. Do you understand? He's Otedola. The name is a national name.
Household name.
Do you understand? So everybody, at least, even if they didn't want to like invite so many people, at least we supposed watch clips of it. We didn't watch. Have you seen any clip of it?
I've not seen any clip. I didn't know about it until she mentioned my husband.
So imagine bourgeoisies. That's where I'm coming from. If they can have a wedding that is that secretive, small, because I remember there was an interview, a podcast I watched with Izzy and his wife now Temi, and she was saying that she would be angry if on her wedding day she sees any face she does not know. Meaning that she really wants only just she and her friends. That's what she said in that podcast. So like if they, the bourgeoisies, are quite secretive and like maintain a very small standard wedding, why do we that are I'll not say we because we are not peasants, but like why do the peasants and the middle class want to use their small 2 million naira to do talk of the town wedding?
Okay, thank you very much. I think the only thing we need to know is life is all about class, and the first thing to understand in life and in anywhere you find yourself is understanding your own class. I'm not saying this to downgrade anybody, but then what happens is I think there is this popular saying that only the empty
barrel make the loudest noise.
I'm not saying it to downgrade anybody, but then though I said we have class, you understand the class of people those Otedola and family and other people that you mentioned already made the name. They have the name and they can decide to do anything.
Yeah.
You have the money, you have the name, so you can decide to change maybe already existing protocol. That if you're doing a wedding ceremony, you invite the whole people from your village, and you can, if you have the money, you have the authority, and you can decide to change this thing, and nobody questions you. Imagine if, okay, in the family of Otedola, they've been doing it. Like if your daughter is getting married or your son is getting married, it's traditional for you to invite every other person that will be present there. But then because you have the money, and money commands respect, money commands everything.
They say money
I can
stops
decide to tell you,
nonsense.
see, this is the amount, the number of people I need to come from the family. If it is the eldest woman and the eldest man, and nobody will go against it because they know who I am. So those things are things we put in consideration. And secondly, most of them do it, you know, the kind of country we live in, for security purposes. Because one, many people will be targeting many people, not even you. Because, okay, if Mr. A is having issues with me, maybe people that are in politics, and but Otedola is hosting a wedding for his children, and I know this particular person will be coming here, this is an avenue for me to hurt him. So those things are security, and though Otedola will not be hosting a wedding ceremony for the son and or the daughter without putting security measures in plan, but then things will always happen. So people do that for different reasons. Your own reason might be security, your own reason might be you don't need crowd.
Well, I think this one, you're talking about the bourgeoisie.
Yeah.
So why is that the peasants and the middle class take it all on their head to like make sure that they have huge, big weddings?
Just like I said, the empty barrels.
Hey.
I'm not saying it to downgrade anybody, but I'm just trying to use it to analyze something. One is, we know in Nigeria, we have this, would I call it pride, that especially coming from maybe the Igbo people.
The Eastern part.
An average Igbo guy that has 25 million in his account will claim that he will shut down the whole of this country.
Lego.
That he wants to shut down. But coming to other countries, to other part of the, let me say north. Do you know that these allergies swing in billions, and you don't know about them? They're living good.
True.
Because I've
all these Arewa boys.
Yes. So this thing you're saying now, I've watched closely. When we're talking about throwing a big party for a wedding or other event, one, I will count Yoruba people first. Because Yoruba people can sell their whole property to host birthday party.
Nobody, I think
to make it loud.
I think they shut down the highest types of parties.
Yeah, the love party, and they can do anything for party. And that is understanding class. You understand that, okay, this class of people do their own things like this. So now it is a personal decision for you that if you want to follow any trend you want to follow. Even if you're in the middle class or any class you can decide to maybe make your party loud, or you can decide to keep it on the low. So it's on an individual basis.
That's what I want to say. I think at the end of the day, it boils down to choice.
Yeah, choice.
As an individual.
Because even, okay, let me take for instance, if I want to do wedding and I don't want to make it loud, I can decide to, nobody will question me.
What of all those, like me now, even if I don't want my wedding to be loud, my father wants my wedding to be loud. First daughter, so our first daughter from an Igbo man. He will call all the duru, all the kindred, all of them will come. You chat
all the village people.
They will come because all of them, they need to be there.
A situation like that, one, you are now trying not to displease your father or make him feel, because there are things you cut down now and your father will feel less, like maybe you're trying to bring him down before his kinsmen and all that. So in cases like that, maybe your father's choice might somehow overshadow your own choice.
I'm telling you,
So
because this time around, my mom is even telling me that listen, I was having this discussion with my parents, and my mom was like, oh, that I'm just attending my wedding, that it's them that have the wedding. That this I'm really going to do is choose my wedding gown and probably my cake and my burial tray. And I'm like, mad though. On top of how much? Who's going to sponsor this wedding?
So, but the kind of choices people make for parents, make for their children, especially going into marriage, there are choices you can't make for me. You, especially as a male child, I could remember when my dad was alive. It was only our first son. He got married in, I think that should be 2008.
Okay.
So after the wedding, we were just having family discussion. I was still tender then. I think I was still be in primary school or getting to secondary school. So he was telling us that if we want to marry, none of us should marry outside our state. Like, what is that one? So even as tender as I was then, I protested that it won't happen. One is, I never had, maybe by then I don't have anybody or have a girlfriend.
You are supposed to be a child at that point.
Yes, I was a child. But then a child will always know what I want to achieve in the next 10 years. I should be looking at it now.
So when you were already thinking that large, that's good.
Even when I was small, I was already thinking, okay, if you're limiting me to marrying someone from this state, what if it is someone from outside this state that will support what I want to do, that will help me build down my dream? Because one, even if you're the worst tribe, you're coming from the worst tribe of the part of the country, I don't mind. As far as one, you're giving me peace of mind, and secondly, you're supporting my dreams. So nobody should limit anybody to. So those choices by parents are somehow, I don't know how to describe it sometimes. So it boils down, but sometimes you just have to give in.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. Me, I'm making a lot of sense. Ogana, are you listening? That's why I feel like a love story will still build between you and Ogana. But anyway, that aside,
that will not be possible, and even in the next world, it will not be possible.
That's exactly what I'm saying. All this hate will definitely brew into love later. Anyway, guys, that is it for today on today's episode of Say Your Truth. And I'm still your host, Precious. Don't forget to watch our videos on all the social media platforms. We're available on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Watch our videos on YouTube. Kindly share, follow, comment, and please subscribe. Have a nice day. Till next week. Bye.
The pride of African entertainment.